Hello everyone, my name is Prathamesh Jhadev and thank you for joining today's session. And I will be presenting on behalf of iCapital Academy and Corporate Advisory LPC. Uh, Welcome to this session on financial dashboards using Power BI. In the first part, we go through below agenda. What is Power BI? Why Power BI is needed? Key features of Power BI. Uh, the different components of Power BI. Later, uh, we will look at the architecture of Power BI, what Power BI services, and how to create a Power BI dashboard. Finally, you will understand a case study on Mayer's supermarket by doing demo. Now, let's understand what is Power BI. BI, business intelligence, is a set of processes and techniques to analyze raw data and extract information that help business decisions. Uh, Also, you can keep track of business data and draw valuable insights. There are several tools that play a key role in business intelligence. Some of popular tools are Power BI, Tableau, and ClickView. Now, why Power BI is needed? First, Power BI has the ability to access vast volumes of data from multiple sources. It allows you to view, analyze, and visualize huge quantity of data that cannot be opened in Excel. Some of the important data sources available in Power BI are Excel, CSV, XML, JSON, PDF, etc. Second, Power BI provides you an easy to use drag and drop tool with features and functionalities that allow you to copy all formatting across similar visualizations. Power BI has exceptional integration with Excel. It helps you gather, analyze, publish, and share Excel business data. Power BI allows you to get insights from data and turn these insights into actions to take data-driven decisions. Finally, Power BI allows you to perform real-time stream analytics. It fetches data from multiple sensors and social media sources to get access to real-time analytics. So, you are always ready to make business decisions. Now let's see what Power behind is Power BI. Power BI is a business analytics service provided by Microsoft that lets you to visualize your data and share insights. It converts data from different sources to build interactive dashboards and BI reports. As you can see, we have Excel data which we are going to use in further slides. Now, we will look at important features of Power BI. First is Power BI Desktop. Power BI Desktop is a free software that you can download and it allows you to build reports by accessing data easily for using Power BI. You do not need to advance report designing or query skills to build a report. Second, as already discussed, Power BI supports stream analytics from factory sensors to social media sources. Power BI assists in real-time analytics to make timely decisions. Third, it supports for multiple data sources. It is one of the major feature of Power BI. You can access various sources of data such as Excel, CSV, SQL Server, web files, etc. to create interactive visualizations. And finally, custom visualization. Custom visualization is another vital feature of Power BI. While dealing with complex data, Power BI's default standard might not be enough in some cases. In that case, you can access the custom library of visualization that meets your needs. Now let's jump on discussing various components of Power BI. As you can see, there are five major components of Power BI. Now let's discuss one by one. First is Power Query. Power Query is a data transformation and mass of engine which enables you to discover, connect, and combine data sources to meet your analysis. It can be downloaded as an add-in for Excel or can be used as part of Power BI desktop. Second, we have Power Pivot. Power Pivot is a data modeling technology that lets you create data models. It also allows you to establish relationships and create calculations. It uses data analysis expressions language. Uh, we also called it as DAX language to model simple and complex data. Third, we have Power View. Power View is a technology that is available in Excel, SharePoint, SQL Server, and Power BI. It lets you create interactive charts, graphs, maps, and other visuals that bring your data to life. Next, we have Power Map. Power Map, Microsoft Power Map for Excel and Power BI is a 3D data visualization tool that lets you to map your data and plot more than million rows of data visually on being maps in 3D format from an Excel table or data model in Excel. Then we have uh, Power QA. The QA feature in Power BI lets you explore your data in your own words. It is the fastest way to get an answer from your data using natural language. An example could be, what was the total sales last year? Once you build your data and deploy that into Power BI website, then you can ask question and get answer easily. Now let's understand Power BI services. Uh, Power BI service is a software as a service part of Power BI. It is also referred as Power BI Online. You can access Power BI service by log on into app.powerbi.com. Uh, Common mistakes in Power BI. Importing unnecessary columns. Sometimes you are doing work on big data. You will um, you will insert unnecessary columns which are not required in your analysis. But these uh, columns can make you jumble to make your visualizations. Second is not minimizing power query steps. Power query steps minimizing is most required because it will reduce your time to check where you make mistakes. And third is not using calendar table. And fourth is overusing calculated columns. Now, uh, we will look at Mayer supermarket chain case study. Uh, Initially, Mayer had become dependent on its organization to extract insights from its data, and this process is time consuming and inefficient as you had to wait to build your report every report. Mayer was unable to perform a real-time analysis easily. So what he did was he connected Power BI to an on-premises SQL server analysis. This allowed them to refresh 20 billion row of data in near real time with Power BI teams. Uh, it can now pull data faster and perform real-time analysis to derive insights from data. A bakery department inside Mayer used Power BI to compare its sales with regional performance. They analyzed where Mayer was behind the regional trends, focused on the problem, and created a solution with Power BI. They can now drill down into hourly sales and send out a sales flash to 800 Maya business leaders. So, Power BI enabled them to standardize data sources and empower stores, directors, and team leaders to develop and track that data to ensure what they can improve. Now let's see. Uh, Now let's do some practical hands-on demo with Power BI. So this is it visible, sir? So this is how Power BI desktop interface looks like. On the left hand, you have report view, data view, and the model view, and this is DAX query view. Uh, Report view is where you visualize your data with different charts, graphs to build reports. The data view allow you is where you can check there is uh, view the whole data, while the model view help you to analyze there are any relationship between the table on the right. You can see the different visuals that you can build. We'll quickly run through all this in our demo. So here you can see there is a financial sample in get data from Excel financial sample data, and I am going to open it. I have already imported this data. You can see here. This process takes some time, so I have already put data into Power BI. You can directly just go here, get data from Excel workbook, select this your data and open it. You will see interface of your data. We are going to load a sheet 1. So here you can see segment, country, of which product they are manufacturing, how much discount they are providing, and many more options. You can simply load this data and this interface will pop up. Now I will go to my report view and let me create one text box for showing. Let me resize it and I will give it name as finance dashboard. Let increase size of this to 20 and change font to consular and we will center it. Now for background we can make changes like we can turn on background with color. Choose any color you want. I will choose this blue and for later I will choose white color. Okay. Now let me first show you how you can create a matrix. I will go to visualize and click on matrix. Let me resize this. So I will resize this as well and set it position. So now in sheet number one, I will select a cell and drag it to values, which will give you total number of cells that were made. Now let me do some formatting. So I will go to format here and change it background to mm, different color. Orange. Similarly, we can turn on shadow for values. We can change font. We will select bold. Let increase font size. Now we have to give border to it. So we can turn on visual border and resize it properly. Now we are choosing another metric. Uh, I will drag units sold at values to get total number of units sold. Also, we can copy from format painter and paste it at here. So we can also drag it proper level and arrange it below the sum of cells. Now let's move ahead and create simple bar chart. So under visualization, this is visualization. We can choose clustered column chart. So let me increase it. And on the x-axis, we are going to drag date on x-axis. And on the values means y-axis, we are dragging sales. So You can see here sales for year 2013, and this shows the sales made in 2014. Now there is a drill down option, uh, which gives you more granularity. This will show sales per per quarter. If I drill down further, you can see sales by month. Also, you have some options like sort the data, and here you can see in the month of October, the sales have made a high number. In the month October, you can see we have made highest number of sales. Moving ahead, let me now create a pie chart. Here is a pie chart. Let me also research this for proper visualization. Now, I will drag segments, segments into legend. Okay, and sales column to values. This will give us, I will first format it as we need background color as orange is not looking well. Put it as white. Okay, this will help to visualize this data. I will insert a visual borders and we also give borders to clustered chart. Now, the highest number of sales with 44.22%. Now, and the lowest is made by this 1.52%. Let me resize this, bring downward. We have done with formatting the cell. Now, uh, now I am going to add one more page where I am going to insert visualizing map. Now I will drag a country column. First, I will choose map, and here I can resize it. I will drag country column onto location. Okay, so you can see we have our map ready. and I will drag uh, sales here. So we can see which country made how much sales. Let's add a border for this and nothing need to change. Now I will insert donut chart. Precise it. Now I will add profit onto value. Profit into value and segment in legend. Segment on legend. This will, if I will expand government segment, it made highest amount of profit with uh, 65.04%. Now I will add further to it. Now I will show how to insert tray map, uh, which tell you total amount of sales made by each product. So under visualization, we have tray map. So simply click on it. You will get it. You can increase the size of it, and now we have a report ready. Category. I will drag sales onto values. Sales on value and product onto group. So here you can see our tree map and the sales made by each product. You can see our tree map. Now we have a report ready. We have created two separate canvas to visualize our data. Now if you want to change the color of this bar, then simply go to Format tab here, and under Data Color, you can choose whichever color you want in Power BI Desktop. You have the option to switch your theme. Uh, this will help to change your theme. Side view, you can change your theme by selecting Bloom. You can see there are too many themes you can choose. This is showing yellowish more, so we will choose this one. I hope this was helpful in making you understand the basics of Power BI and how it works. Now, uh, this is only a demo. So we are now going to make uh, this is already given data, which is clean and clear, neat data. So we are taking data which is need to make clean, and then we are going to perform it. So Our next step is loading and transforming data in Power BI. This is agenda. I have divided this into 8 parts. So we are looking at first part. So we are going to load data that we are going to use for this guided project. For this for this project, we need to work with any external data. So I have one data. I will show you. I will open Power BI and save this file as name demo for PPT. Okay, I will save this file. I will click open and click. Now will I click on blank report. So we are going to load data. We are going to use for guided project. So for this data, we are not going to work with any external data. Uh, we are going to work with is already in Power BI as a sample data. So within the report canvas, we have the option to import data from Excel, import data from SQL server, and we also can copy paste data into blank table. Then we have last option where you can try with a simple data set. So using this option, you will able to load a simple data set which you can then use within Power BI to test some of the features and also build your skills. And this is option that are going to load the data set. So now I am going to click on use sample data. Now we will click on load sample data. Now within this window, we can take the preview of the data which we are going to work with. So here we have table and we have sheet. Now when you are connecting to data from Excel workbook and the data is transformed as table, you can see a table separately from the sheet where the table resides. So if you take a look at the data that we have, which formatted as a table and within a sheet, so I'm going to click on financials, which is formatted as table. Then I'm going to take preview of this data set. So here we have a segment, we have country, we have product, we have discount band, and we have unit sold, manufacturing price, the sales price, gross sales discount, we have date, profit. Uh, so I'm going to check the financial, which is formatted as table. Then here we have three options to load data. First is load. Here we can directly load our data. Transform data. Second option is transform data. Here we can transform our data if we want to add something extra in our data, or there is something mistake in data. And third option is cancel. You can cancel your operation. So uh, now when we click on transform data, this will direct us to Power Query editor, where we will be able to transform the data. And if I don't want to import the data again, I can use the last option here, which is cancel. So for this section, we are going to use the second option here, where we can going to transform the data within Power Query. So I'm going to click on transform data now. This will be able to shape and transform data we load into Power BI. Within the Power BI query editor, we have so many options that we are going to options. You can see, close, and apply. Now I'm going to inspect the quality of the data by looking each of the column, and where we identify any data cleaning issue, we are going to resolve them before we load it into Power BI. So first I'm going to take a look at the name of table. So here we have financials, and we also have it here, its properties. So if you want to change this name, you can change it. I am simply change initial F with capital F and press enter. You can give your own name. Now, what I am going to take a look at each of the column that we have. So here we have a segment column, which is formatted as a text. You can see here many options are given, selected as text, and we have uh, five different segments: channel partner, enterprise, government, mid market, and small business. Now this is formatted as text. So when you click on the data type, you see that this is formatted as text, which is correct. Then next column is country column. Country column. So when you click on the drop down, you see that here we also have five different countries, uh, and how this is also formatted as text. You can see here. Now next is product column. It is also formatted as text. When you click on data type, this is also formatted as text. And when you click on the drop down, when you click on drop down, you see that we have also six products here. Then we have discount band. So the company offers a discount. So they have different discount band they are offer. Now, when you click on the drop down, you see that we have high, low, we have high, low, medium, and none. Now, this is formatted as text, okay, as a decimal. Now, when you click on the drop down, you have decimal number here. Now, because this is a quantity, we don't expect to have any decimal. We don't want any decimal like this. So we are going to change it as a whole number. So click here and give it a whole number. So I am going to add this as a step. Check here, change type 1. So we have sales price here, which is also formatted as whole number. And then we have gross sales, which is also formatted as decimal. So here, with the unit sold and the sales price, when you multiply this and then the unit sold, this will give us a cross sale. Now we also have discount. So depending on the discount band, you are going to find out amount what was offered as a discount. Now because with this rule, the discount band is none. You are not going to see anything here under the discount. Look, you are only we looking at only zeros. But as you click on drop down, you can find different discounts offered for each of the transaction. Then we also have sales amount. So, so here we are looking at the gross sales, which has been adjusted for the discount. So if you take a look at the first few rules, then we have here, you see that sales is the same as the gross sales because here is no discount was offered on the transaction. But when I filter this, uh, let's say I pick it uh, 1822 and click OK. Uh, Sales was deducted from discount. You can see this minus this, sales is coming. So now I am going to clear the filter and press OK. And now we also have cost of goods sold. So here we are looking at the cost associated with sales that we have made. Then we have the profit. So here we are deducting the COGS from the sales amount. So here instead of being sales, let's make this net sales. We need to type here net sales and press enter. Uh, then we have the profit there here. Then we have the date of transaction. So this is the data that we are going to work with in this guided project. Now having inspected each of the column, we don't have any data cleaning issues that we need to address. So we are going to load the data into Power BI. So on the home tab, here is home tab. Uh, I will go to close and apply this option. Uh, this will load the data into Power BI. Now we are going to look at data modeling and how we can analyze the data. This will take a time to load the data in Power BI. Done. Our data is loaded. So we have the data in Power BI. So if you take a look at the fields, you see that we have the table here. Okay, how we can expand this to see the columns that we have in the table? We can also go to the data view, which is option here. Table view and data view is same, and we will be able to take a look at the data again. So we have segment column, the country column, and all other columns that we saw within the Power Query editor. We can also go to the model view, and you will able to see the data in the form of diagram. So thus, if we had other tables, we are able to create a relationship between them. And as a data analyst, most of the time you find yourself working with multiple tables as compared to using a single table. But here we want to perform some time based calculation or time intelligence calculation. W- We are going to add second table, which is going to uh, which is going to dimension our date tables. So let's go to data view, and I'm going to create a new calculated table. So under the table tool, we have option pick a new table within Power BI. You also have two options to use DAX to an additional table. So now we are going to analyze. So here we are going to create a data table using that. So now after click on new table, you see that the formula bar will appear. So here the first thing that we need to give name to the table. So here we are going to call the table date table because this is going to contain date. Now after the equal sign, I will put as a date table. After this, after the equal sign, I can use calendar, which will help us to generate series of dates between a start and end date. So I'm going to pick calendar now. With the input, we need to provide the start date. So I'm going to use uh, calendar by pressing tab. We can input start date as uh, first in double quoted 1/1/2020 colon complete comma and now end date as 31st in double quoted 31st December 2022 and double quoted, and then Now see, I have put it date in double quotation mark. Now, when you are typing or creating formulas and expression, aside number, any other thing will have to put in double quotation mark. Now, because we are entering date, we have to put it in double quotation mark. If you are typing text, we have also uh, put it in double quotation mark within the expression that we are writing. But if there was where to be number, we couldn't have to put them in double quotation mark. So with this done, I am going to close the bracket, and so we have been able to provide the start date and then end date. Now this function is going to generate series of dates between the start and the end date. With the end date and start date inclusive. So when I press enter, we are going to have one column which is series of date from the start date to the end date. And now when you click on the first drop down, you see the date was we have starting from 1st January up to 31st March, 31st December 2022. Now I am going to cancel this now. Cancel this now. This is one way of creating the table. If you don't want to provide the date, end date and start date, you want the date to be generated for you automatically based on data model, then we have to use calendar auto. So instead using calendar, I can use calendar auto where we need to go here, calendar auto, pressing tab at when you read the description, it says it returns a table with one column of data calculated from the model automatically. So this is going to return one column just like the calendar. But here, the date is going to be generated for you automatically based on the date that you have within your data model. So within your table, if you have any column which has the date, the calendar auto is going to pick the minimum date and maximum date and generated series of dates between the range that it finds. So if it finds the minimum dates as 1st July 2020, it's going to generate series from the 1st January 2020. Then if it finds the maximum date, let's say 1st November 2022, this is going to generate series of date which is going to end on 31st December 2022. So now we don't need to provide any input. The optional input that we have to provide the fiscal year end. So here we are assuming that fiscal year ends on 31st December. So you are not going to provide anything. So I'm going to press enter uh, by removing these all the parts. Now you see that the series of dates are different from the one generated by the calendar function. Now, when you click on the drop down and you start from 1st January 2013. Now, when you take a look at our data, we have our date starting from 1st September 23. So the calendar auto is going to pick this date as the start date, but it's going to generate the date from 1st January 2013. Then it's going to look at maximum date that we have here is 1st December 24. Uh, for descending, we can see 1st December 14. So the date that calendar auto is generate is going to end on 31st December 2014. Now let's go back to our date table. So now we have date here, date table, and we have date here. Now I am going to date table, and now I am going to change the remove the time. We will simply select here date option. Sorry, date option, and now going to model view, we can see our chart. We have two tables. With those two tables, we can create a relationship among them. Now, if you take a look at financial tables, this table, and then the date table, you see that we have date here and we also have date here. Now, within our date table, we can expand this further by adding year, month, day, and the month number. As we can see, uh, I'm going to bring date table here and financial below it, and I'm going to create a relationship between these both tables by dragging date to this date. You can see here date from table to this table, financials to date table got a relationship. Now simply I'm pressing save. It will help to combine both dates with same column. Now I'm going in a table view, and now uh, add column. I'm going to bring in add columns. Now uh, this returns a table with new columns which have been defined as specified by DAX expression. So first input that we need a table. So our table is because of this function here returns a table with one column. This is what we are going to use in the table input. So I am going to add columns in this. So Now I am clicking date table. By pressing Shift Enter here, by pressing Shift Enter, we were able to add columns in this. Now I'm going to add columns on here. Add columns by pressing Tab. We can add columns. Uh, Add columns for calendar auto. We need to give it and add it to here calendar auto after completing our if we are taking downside, we need to give comma here and then only we can press shift enter. Now we are going ahead with expression, and now we have the option to add new column. So first we need to provide the name of the column that we want to add. Then we go ahead with the expression that we are using to calculate the new column. So first column that we are uh, going to be the month number. Then I will bring my comma, then write expression like in double quoted of month number, double quotation, comma, and from month tab. I want to select here month number for from date column. So simply pressing date. Sorry, first we need to open a bracket and then select date. Now we will use close this bracket and giving comma, pressing enter. Now here we are adding. Now I am going to add month name. Name to our table by putting double quoted comma. uh, Value we need to put date. So we forgot to put mm, month number. We have given extra space here which can make mistakes which you were not going to find instantly. Red color also shows the mistakes you have done in this. your project. So in month name, we are going to make it format here. Hit enter quotation month. We have to make it capital. Name double quotation comma format add from date table with in format triple M. Uh, we have to insert triple M in quotation because we need month name. After then give a semicolon and press enter. We forgot to put a semicolon here. Now month name format month and after pressing enter we should have to remove this one. After we can find month name with syllabus. If you insert one more M here, you can find full name of the month. We got month number and name of month. Who name. Now we are going ahead and add a year. So I will bring comma here and press enter, shift enter. On 6, we are going to insert year, name of year, double quotation mark, uh, comma. Now we are using function from where to take year function and from where we have to choose year. We have to choose year from date column. So I'm including date here. After days, add bracket and then simply press enter. You can see year column as separate. Now let's go back to model view now because we have relationship between the financial table financial table, and debt table. I can analyze the data from the financial table with any of the columns with debt table we have in our debt table. So in the now we will look uh, we have done with this load, done with this transforming data in Power Query editor we have seen, inspecting data quality we have seen, addressing data issues we have completed this part. We have loaded data in Power BI. How this also we have completed. We have completed a data cleaning transformation, Power Query, column properties, introducing data cleaning and transformation. We have already done this. Also, we have inspected data quality in Power Query. We understand table, column properties. We analyze data segment and categories. Uh, yes, we have analyzed sales and POGS. Now, data analysis in Power BI. We have also done with understanding the data model, introduction, using calendar function, calendar auto function. We have also done it. Establish a relationship between them. Now we are going also analyzing data with that. Uh, and see we have done with introduction to Excel Power BI, KPIs, total sales, total orders, profit, profit margins, yes, already we have done. We have covered steps to create new table, loading data in Power BI, how we created new measure using DAX, uh, how we made a summation of net sales column, also done calculating total units sold, calculating profit margin, discount offered. Now we will look time intelligence calculation in data analysis. First, we will calculate sales last year, orders last year, profit margin last year, discount offered last year, and summary of KPI calculation. So we will review of time intelligence, then creating measures of time intelligence, implementing date function. Uh, we have going to change further slide, utilizing some intelligence result and testing and validating calculations, advanced time intelligence question, understanding the date add function, calculating sales last year, calculating orders last year, calculating profit last year, calculating profit margin last year, then calculating discounts offered last year, and summary of KPI. Let's look at this part by opening our Power BI. desktop. Simply delete this. Now we are going to take our analysis further by looking at time intelligence calculation. So with all the measures that we have added here, we are going to compare that to the previous period. So we are going to use time intelligence calculation, which will enable us to compare the performance for each of the KPIs here against the same performance last year. So I am going to click on the Eclipse and create new measure of sales, create new measure of um, sales amount last year. Sales amount. I'm using shortcut for short form for last year. So here we can calculate it by scoring is equal to use function calculate. It helps us to modify a filter context. So here the analysis that we are going to do with sales amount, calculate sales amount uh, for the previous for last year. Now we are ready to have new measure in calculating uh, we have filter context for the calculation, and this will help to modify the filter context. So here the filter that we are going to provide is to generate series of data that will go back by 1 year. So we are uh, going to use data and which is one of the time intelligence function. Let uh, insert date add. Sorry, date add function, and by pressing tab we will choose date table and date by pressing tab, and after giving semicolon this will help us to modify the filter context. Now relating to previous years, so I am going to bring date. So here I want to insert -1 to go in previous data. After that we will insert a comma. Then now how do you want to move you do want to move it by day or by month or by quarter uh, or by year. So here we want to move it back by 1 year. So I am going to select to pick year. Then I am going to close the calculate function by inserting colon and up- and then pressing enter. So we are going to do our debt table. I'm going to pick last year. I'm going to add sales amount. So let's pick and I'm going to debt table, pick year. I will pick year. Sorry. I'm going to insert debt table, and for this my debt table, I'm going to choose year, and from analysis table, I'm going to select sales amount last year. For summer, we will select option don't summarize because we don't want previous data. This is under the data bar, but we are going to maintain it and go ahead. We are looking at, I'm going to bring the source amount here. So if you take a look at this for each of the year, we have source amount. But when you look at the sales amount for last year, this is same as sales amount last year and sales amount current year. Now we use same principle and the measure for other years that we want in our data. Now we are going, let's copy formula from sales amount last year, control C, and click on new measure, new measure, simply paste this data here and change name from sales amount to orders, order last year. Let we need to change calculate here, calculate orders, order. That's it. We have keep all other as same as given, and after pressing enter, we can just simply format it. We will check it by removing mm, sales amount is only put here. We can insert orders this year and last year. This also shows the relationship between them, like orders of 2013 is same as orders of 2014 last year. So now I'm going to copy also the, sorry, inserting new measure for profit, calculating profit last year. So changing this name to profit last year. We can change sales amount with calculate changing sales amount to a profit can give us profit last year. Profit, and by pressing enter, we were added profit last year. Then we also have to make new measure for profit margin last year. So now we will change name to profit margin, sales amount to profit margin. Profit margin last year. In formula, we have to change sales amount to profit margin. Simply select this, press profit, and you will press tab. After this, you can directly uh, press enter and make it as a percentage because we want percentage. So we have 14.68% of margin last year. Now, moving forward, we will create new measure with the name of discount offered last year. Control V, change this name to discount offered last year. So we will change sales amount to discount offered. Okay, and pressing enter. And now can check here discount offered. Oh, control discount offered and discount offered last year. You can see here. Now you see this is also returning the discount offered for the previous year. We are looking at 2014. So there are the measure that we are going to use in our dashboard. So moving forward to uh, report development and theme customization part. In this part, we will understand report themes, customizing report themes, defining visualization styles, creating a custom theme, background and transparency settings, and finalizing theme customization. So let's continue with this part. First, understanding the report theme. So first thing we have going to do is we customize the report theme. Let me delete this. Okay, wait, delete it, remove this data. Now going to view tab and in the formatting, we can choose any format that you want, like the I will choose uh, this one. for our visualization. Now, so I click on terminal. Let's say I pick a pie chart here and resize it. And go to my financials and pick a country. Uh, Financials. Wait a minute. Financials. Pick a country to legend. And inside values, I'm going or to insert orders. Where are the orders in analysis? We have calculated orders. So inserting values, we can get um, here you can change. We can make combine different column in one visualization. So you can change color of the by coming in format. You can remove background or add background. You can visualize border. You can change colors of this chart by going to view tab, then theme, and customize your current theme. Then you can select the color which you want to um, show in your analysis. So we are going to choose different colors. Okay, then fourth color is you can choose as you want. Pressing apply, it will change the color, but uh, I didn't give one more color, so this only showing you three colors. We need to put every color. Now you can see here that we are done with our theme. You can also change everything. Now we are report theme customizing. We have also done with customizing report themes. Custom. Now we will look at report development and designing a report dashboard. Here we can learn about creating the header, designing the background, inserting titles for visualization, adding key performance indicators, working with tables, finalizing the dashboard layout, and we will look next steps in the Power BI. Working with tables, we have adjusted a background, ensuring data visibility, and incorporating tables. Now we have finalized dashboard layout, and now we will insert key performance indicators and reporting techniques. We will highlight KPIs, use the also done with analyzing current versus prior year performance, formatting and displaying KPIs, key metrics, profit and profit margin, and discounted their impact on KPI. So we have also completed profit margin analysis, profit margin by segment, setting up analysis table in Power BI, creating visualizing action, the metrics as we have seen in first on title. Right. We have formatted every metrics for clarity. We have applied conditional formatting, analyzed profit margin performance, created dashboard, and we can share our Power BI reports to our employees. And that's all about our today's session. If you have any question, you can ask me. So you can see our Power dashboard. If you want to check in a country how much made sale, so you can simply click on Canada or any other country to see profit margin, how much they done, how discount offered by the discount band, and many more. You uh, get this interface. So here I am done with my um, presentation. Now you can ask any. I will happily solve. Thank you.